Hello everyone, my name is Caroline Badung Anabana. My metric number is A200713. I'm from the Faculty of Education, and today I would like to share a timeless tale that mirror the journey many of us take. It's about the journey from self-doubt to unshakable self-belief, and this is the story of Jack and the Giant Killer. Once in the rude cliff of the Asian corals, there a leaf boy named Jack. Now, if you look at Jack, you won't see a warrior. You will see a slender boy with messy hairs and patches clothes. In a village where status was measured by the size of one muscles, Jack was overlooked. He was the small one, but as the saying goes to gold often hides under common dust. Inside that small frame beat a heart and untapped courage, waiting for a reason to wait. The piece of Cornwall was shattered by the shadow of a giant cormorant. He was 18 feet old, with a voice like rolling thunder and a temper that shook and trees. He will wade through the crashing wave of the sea just to steal the village's cattle and rob them of their. And the giant says, "Ho ho ho ho, run, run, while your little legs can carry you. Your food, your cattle, and your very life belong to me now. Who is brave enough to stop me now? No one." While the strong man of the village hid in shadow, Jack reaches his breaking point. He realized that waiting for a hero is just another way of staying in a victim. He whispered to the moonlight, "I won't wait for a savior anymore. I will become the ones and I'm waiting for." In the dead of night, he gathered his tools, a dark lantern, a picket, a shovels, and a simple hoe. Jack didn't rely on a sword that he could not lift, and Jack relied on the brilliance of his mind. At the foot of the giant hills, he spent a night digging a pit 20 feet deep. He completed it so perfectly with a straw and dirt that even the sharpest eyes would think it was solid and holy ground. In his travels, Jack turned into ice. Guarding the gates were two fire-breathing dragons, their scales glowing like a molten lava. The air was thick with the smell of sulfur and fire. Suddenly, Jack didn't feel like a giant killer anymore. His neck shook, his palms sweated, and he felt like he was a helpless little boy from Cornwall all over again. "I can do this. I was just lucky before. I'm just Jack. I'm not a real hero. I should turn back before they see how small I really am." But then he remembers the faces of the people he had saved. He realized the confidence is not the absence of fears. It is the decisions that something else is more important than fears. He took a breath, gripped his horns, and prepared for war finals. Desperate move. Ooh. As the sun kissed the horizons, Jack raised his horns and blew a blast that pierces the skies. The giant's cormorants rushed out in a blind rage, roaring like this: "I'll graze your bones!" But as he took one massive step, boom! The earth swallowed him whole. In that moment, the village cheered, and Jack felt a spark ignite in his chest. He realized that cleverness is a weapon more powerful than a muscle. Jack's fame spread like wildfire. He traveled through dark forests and over Jack's mountains, facing giants with two heads and breaking ancient enchantment. With every victory, his strides grew longer, but then he reaches the gates of a wicked magician giant, a giant who held a dark doctor captive behind walls of dark magic. Jack did not charge with a blade. He stood before the dragon and used the one thing the magician feared most, the unvarying sounds of a hero challenge. Thunder! Echo! Beacon! I am Jack, and I challenge you. The horn sounded. It was not just a sound, it was the sound of a fool that had found its work. The enchantment shattered like glass. The dragon, the castles, and the giant dissolved into a harmless blue mist, drifting away into the winds. The captive was free. The duke rewarded Jack with honors and gold. But the greatest treasure Jack took home was not in his pocket, it was in his spirit. He returned home as a man who finally understood that true confidence is not about being the biggest or the strongest. It's about having heart to stand up when everyone else is sitting down. Before I end, I want to leave you with a moral of Jack journey. We all face giants in our life, be it a difficult exam or fear of public speaking or a lack of self-belief. The first one is intelligence over force. Your mind is your greatest asset. The second one is action over fears. You must do courage because the courage is acting despite the butterflies in your stomach. The third one is the size of the heart, and never let your physical stature or your background dictate your potential. Like Jack, you have the power to change the world one breath step at a time. I am Caroline Badong Anabana. Thank you for listening my journey.